Hello, hello! Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser mobile series. And give me a second because today is patch day. Alright. Posting here. Also here. And one time here. Okay, here we go. So, patch day, a lot of new things have come in. Particularly the most interesting for a lot of people in PvP is, oh my god, the crazy units are here. Crazy units, actually this one is indeed here. So a lot of people have been waiting for this particular unit, even though I think there's a better one coming, we'll see. But this one is quite ridiculous. He heals, he has a bunch of attack extra when he attacks, and it's usually very useful, but in particular it has 5 movement. That is quite unique, because I don't think he counts as cavalry. You're still able to move like a regular walking person. You know what, in fact we can test this out with our own Shaltir. There are indeed others, there are more new units, more new troops rather, but I think that one was the key one for a lot of people. So I don't know what I'm doing here, but I can... Yeah, wait, we went to the wrong place. I thought I was in the forbidden... Sorry, Twisted Fate, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so we go here. And we put Shelfaniel down here. Shelfaniel, Shaltir, every time. Then we put this person here, and we check it out. Okay, so the amount of moves we have is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this was horses, I would indeed pay 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, damn it. Can we not calculate this correctly? Oh, this one is good. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That is the 6 movement indeed. Even the water also helps me in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with this troops, you're able to walk through forests way easier, just because it's normal. And they fit so well to basically anyone they can go to, so that is really good. Okay. Other than that, very few things are new. There's a new Forbidden Battleground event, there's a new Twisted Fate page, I think there's a new story as well. But of course, what most people care about are indeed 2 types of events. One, which we'll also do soon, pulling on Hilda and Werner, their debut. And
pulling time E.
Pulling time indeed. Hey, Boomer.
X1K to WTM.
I love that it reads out the emotes. What I'm missing is the lottery for... Never mind. Isn't Sigma SP lottery coming soon? Maybe I missed it. I hope I didn't miss it. In any case. So... No, store is incorrect. Summon. Preview stage. Hilda, win within 4 turns, no one from your team was killed. Got it. Kip. Gotta test these people out. Okay. So. Oh, they're sisters. Interesting. What can we do? Oh, it is the 3C indeed. I see, so we go horse. Hilda's crazy thing is that he can choose specific types of defenses when she applies the guard. She can become horse or she can go back to spear. And this is crazy situations like this where you counter a unit in specific. Alright. Very good damage. This one won't be able to attack. And then we get a random AoE. That is all fine. Okay, so we have to win within 4 turns. So how about we go like this? We should have started with this. Close, but no dice. Heal attempt. Fails to heal. Battle support does actually work. Range counterattack, very good. It was a better idea to attack rather than heal, because the phalanx troops would have done basically nothing against the enemy. Cat going crazy, as always. So this is turn number 3, so we are starting to run low on our turns. So let's take down Almeida as far as we can, and then we will use an attack here. Ooh, that was harsh. Another heal that doesn't go through, very good. Not even this one. Counter in range, always very good. And counter in range did not work. I think it's just physical, maybe? Okay. So we have to win this turn, okay. Therefore we should focus this. We should focus on killing Florencia, that's for sure. Is this enough for a kill? It's certainly not enough for a kill. Okay, that's not good. Win within 4 turns. Let's go back in time. Okay, so we'll go here and we'll try again from this. It will start with an AoE for sure. Then I will do an attack here. Good. And finally I'll start with some damage. Hold on a minute.
You don't have to kill Florentia.
I don't have to kill Florencia?
Just kill everyone else.
That is hidden information. Okay. So this worked out. Enemy cannot even heal. But then this one gets healed a lot. Okay, fine. Now let's kill you. Ara. That is a kill indeed, and then we heal back up. So this was turn 3. Let's see what happens on turn 4. Okay. Range counter, ridiculously OP. Okay. So let's start with this attack. Not enough. This attack. Alright. Well, that was a surprise. It did not say that I only needed to kill her. Not to kill her. But we get a completion anyway. We'll always take these free crystals very gladly. Impossible! And now for the fun. When in 3 turns, no one from your team was killed.
X1K to comfy.
Hey! I love those emotes. Blah blah blah. Oh my god. Bike patrol is here. So, what can we do? This is
hey,
the 3C. Yep. Hey Pano, how are you doing? And this is quick strike. Okay, so then let's move forward. What were the stances? No. No. Yes.
Good. I'm ready to watch some pulls.
Yes.
Laughing face.
They will come very, very soon. Okay, extra moves activated. Oh, this one cannot reach anything. Oh, shame. So let's go and kill this person. Oh, wait, a skill was needed?
Which Chara are you pulling for?
I'm actually going for Werner mostly. Hey Okami, But I will not be sad if I get Hilda. I would prefer to get a Werner for sure. So one and one would be the best. Okay, let's then punch this. Okay, move back. Punch normal. Move back. Punch nothing. Punch strong. There we go. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Get knocked back. Good. No, that's bad. How did that happen? Am I supposed to make a trap for them? No, that makes no sense. Tuck, tuck. I have a better idea. We need to give that extra guy one more movement speed. Keep up. Now everyone will come closer. And this guy can now reach a person. Good. Wait, that's not bad. Okay. Oh, come on. So everything else worked great, but the last guy did a bad move. So punch here. Okay, I'll take that. Yep, that is much better. This should not be a kill, right? Yes. Good. Okay. Good. We are done. So it is time for the pulls. Excellent. So, what is our pulling strategy here? I believe I have a good amount of resources saved up, but for the next 2 months, a lot of new interesting characters are coming. I want to get Himiko next month, and I want to get both Kruger and Vincent the other month. So, our plan is to go for 2 SSR pulls, and if we don't get a Werner in those 2 SSR pulls, we will evaluate. Not sure how much I will continue, probably yes. But if in those SSR pulls we get a Werner, I will stop even if I don't get Hilda. So that is the plan, and this is how we start. This is how we start. Everything correct? Yes. 10. Always mark yes. And nope. Again, 20. That was a triple SR pull. I guess 3 years ago that would have been good, or 2. Nope. 30. Nope. 40. Come on, Werner. I have no luck. Nope. Alright, let's go for the average. 50. There's still a 2% pull rate, so after 50 drops we should get one. But it was not today. Below average, 60.
Come on, Bach.
Thank you, Boomer. Nope. 60 was not it. So how about 70? I notice I've been marking an
left.
S. Left? Okay. Swap. Here we go.
Swipe asterisk.
It was not that, Boomer. You betrayed me. You owe me 10 tickets. 80.
Come on.
I'm gonna do a W now. Here's the power of Werner. Nope.
Damn.
You know what? I'm gonna trick the game at the 90 pull. We're gonna mark an H for Hilda. And game's gonna be like, ha, I'm gonna give you a Werner instead. Okay, 90. I guess it's not PD,
Make
technically.
a H for Hilda.
Yeah. The H bought
About
something. Let's see what we buy. An add-on. Esther.
H for OFFBN or LUL.
The
Lego.
worst part of getting a
Wow.
cherry of banner
Is that I have cherry 6 stars already, so this is completely useless. Oh, that hurts. That hurts very much. Holy shit, that hurts a lot.
Ha 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 ha, I'm so sorry.
Yep. I am very sorry too. Holy shit, that hurts a lot. No surprise SSR. Okay, well, those are the rules. SSR number 2, here we go.
Lego waifu.
So, Boomer, apparently waifu was a banned chat term. 100 pulls. Nothing. Can I really afford not having Werner? I don't think so.
LUL.
110. Damn, that hurt so much. Oh, here we go. 120.
There
Beautiful.
we go again.
Let's see
This
where we
is
go.
Werner.
This is Werner. This is Werner. I mean, come on.
This is why I am
With
called
Letitia
the
here.
Supreme Mufa.
Mufa. With Letitia here, it's an indicator that we'll replace her with Werner, right? Come on. Come on. Another Letitia. All the signs are there. I got scared, absolutely. Okay, it's a Hilda. Fuck. Fuck.
I got baited there. Oof.
Yep. Okay, 120. We go for another SSR. 120 brought us almost back to average. We're still way below average, but whatever. 130. I really need Werner. I don't think I can afford not having him in unstaying rush.
I remember Hilda more. Revealing.
Well, global baby.
Lego Big Mommy
140.
Milkies.
Okay, 140 is not it. You know what? You make a very good point. I should check if there's a Werner banner coming later. I mean, I would really like to have him now, but I can evaluate. I don't see a Werner at all. So right now, this is the only opportunity to get Werner. Well, get wrecked, my resources. 150. We get an SSR now, we go back to average. That's how bad we are right now. Nope. Suffering. What is this? 160? 170 now? Did not want to pay this much for one person. Okay, here we go. 170.
Please, please be Werner.
Zilong. I've been making videos for you forever. Just give. You know what? We're gonna rip the band-aid. No, that's a lie. We're not gonna.
Hi Betty.
Panda, don't make me kill you. I'll reach through the screen. Please give me Werner. Just don't make me suffer like this. Okay. 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 I really did not need to suffer all the way to the last pull. But I'll
Zelda
take it.
chest opening sound.
Da-da-da-dan. Okay, time to check out why Werner is so important. And I'm actually gonna do it in this menu, it's way easier. Move. So people, but Baki, Werner is not time or dark or
Grats, baby.
mythic or anything that you play. It does not matter. Werner in this situation is Estelle,
Rewail.
is Jessica, is Leon, is everyone together. Rewail. 170 pulls, Rupert, just for one copy.
Damn.
Alright, so why is he so cool? Just
Why did you pule for 6 STAR Werner?
but no, it's too dark. This, dear lord, no, this is not my hero. This is the show character that you get to preview in the page. Okay, so why is Werner so cool? After taking action, 4 other friendly units, so not you, within 3 blocks, so one more than Letitia, gain 1 mobility, better than Letitia, and guerrilla, because of course we are guerrilla. When passing through defensive terrain, pay attention to this, it's not water, for example. Units gain 1 opportunity to avoid mobility reduction, lasts 1 turn. So, anytime you end the turn close to your friends, they can move 2 more, almost always. Some situations it doesn't count.
Mobility wasn't enough.
Yes, exactly. So most of the time you will be giving them 2 moves. Sometimes you can give them only 1 move. Because you can preview what map type it is, there are still solutions to this problem of sometimes you don't give them an extra move. For that, we will be looking into things really soon. And because he is the bike person, of course you use the bikes with him. This way you can move extra amounts of tiles. You will see, together with 3C, together with everything else you can do, this is the way to go for Werner. Everything else is completely out of the question in my regard. But that's okay, other people may want to explore. I shall not. Now, why is he so cool? Okay, let's go little by little. We'll start with the passives. Or the 1-pointers, maybe he has... Yeah, he has RAM. So, in a situation where you are not using some other things, you can even still carry 1 attack ability, RAM. RAM is 1.2, but it also gives a debuff... Wait. So that... It cannot be guarded. No. It gives cannot be guarded. Wait. RAM gives mobility
They
down.
finally made the dialogue window bigger.
Yes, they made it bigger, but I find it way more annoying. In any case, so RAM is a punch, and if mobility down is inflicted, people cannot guard. So keep that one in mind. Then, when attacking, nothing relevant. This one could be relevant depending on who you are fighting. Crit chance is increased by 10%. When dealing damage, have 50-50 to inflict disable passives, 100% if you are critting. Could be interesting, not really what we are here for. This is the one. I missed my mouse click. But for dramatic effect, it had to happen. When attacking, damage taken is reduced by 10%. Damage taken way better than defense increase. Just already, I don't know why they do things like this. After battle, gain a chance to move again in a straight line. The number of blocks you can move is remaining mobility plus 2. So even at 0, you get to move 2 away. This move again effect can only trigger once every 2 turns. So already you get a better way to attack, a way to move back, and if you still have a lot of movement, you could attack 5 in and then come actually 6 in and then come back with 6 all the way through. So that's how insane he can be. And because move again is technically an extra effect,
Like
I think.
Ares.
Yes, like Ares. I think you get to use the bike's passive ability again. I'm not entirely sure. We will absolutely test this out whenever we can. So, what else can he do? Well, he has the 2-pointers. Normal 2-pointer, smash. This is the other one I was talking about. This one inflicts 2 different types of debuffs. So if a tank does not have Gospel, you inflict Unable to Guard. This is not mobility reduction debuff. So be aware, Smash is very unique in this regard. Leon has it too. Very few people use it because Chivalry, because everything else you need. But it is possible to grab a Smash and then cancel a tank for 2 turns or for whenever until it's dispelled itself. Very important. Then, just like Leon, Assault. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1 damage. You deal more damage the more you move. Perfect. Then we move on to the secondary, very supporty role, which is Sprint. Sprint, +1 mobility, attack and intelligence increase. So this is what I was talking about with Kinda Be Like Estelle. You can give everyone 2 turns of extra mobility +2, because of course you have them with your talent as well. Talent and this, I am almost 100% sure that stacks. I could be wrong. You know what? I'm gonna check that. You know what? I could absolutely be wrong. Yikes. Yeah, you know what? Maybe they don't stack, so I should check that out. I should absolutely check that out. But if it doesn't stack, then it's just attack and intelligence. It's basically mass attack redux. But also gives himself 1 mobility, so maybe that actually does make a difference eventually. And also on rush, any of the typical cavalry attacks, he has them all, so that's pretty cute. I guess he doesn't have blast, but what can you do? Alright, now onto the ridiculous 3C. No, wait. There's the other thing why he's so cool. Quick Strike. When attacking a single enemy, deal 1.2 damage. Gain 3% increased damage for every 1 block, 5 times. So if you move 5 blocks, it's already okay. When moving 10 or more blocks, this attack ignores guard. Suddenly, you have an assassin on a horse, or a motorcycle, I guess. And remember, because of the extra movements from the bikes, from the talent, and from sprint, or whatever you're accumulating, and what we'll see right now with the 3C, getting to 10 blocks is not that crazy. Sometimes you'll get more, so you even can choose who you want to attack. But a correct positioning on Werner may lead to a very, very snipey kill. And that's 10 blocks away. This is basically outranging Serida if you have like 1 more block. So that's a little bit insane. Not to mention that he himself, by having such a huge movement range, will limit Zerida's position to threaten your own team. I think Werner is ridiculously amazing. Alright, maneuver shift. Crystals, thank you for joining us. I pulled 170 pulls and got 1 Sherry, 1 Hilda and 1 Werner. The ending was very, very lucky. I was aiming for Werner alone and I had to go 3 SSR pulls. Doesn't matter, I got the hero, I am happy. So, 3C. It's active, so you actually select something out of it when you click on the menu, kinda like the 3C of Eins. Select 1 type of skill to use, permanently gain 1 mobility on top of everything else, and all stats, excluding HP, are increased by 5%, can stack up 3 times. So, just by existing, if you use 3C 3 times, you move 8. Just by existing. We're not saying anything more because there is still more. I'm gonna start with the others. Defensive stance.
Not too bad.
Yes, it's very decent, yeah. Defensive stance. Reduces unit damage taken by 15%, cannot be pushed, counter-attack damage increased by 20%, and after taking action, restores 1/3 of your health. You can only have 1 stance at a time. So whenever you change stances, you of course get rid of the other. Please note, this ability has no cooldown. So if you are playing chase with your opponent where neither is attacking, neither is moving forward, these are 3 turns where you can just accumulate. That is huge. Let's go. Strike stance. Unit gains 3% more damage every 1 block move before attacking. So again, just like the other ability that we saw, this one, you increase your damage by moving more. And because you're gonna move 7 billion things, it's all gonna be fine. Then, mobility, speed stance. Mobility increased by 3. This is the ridiculous one, that's why I left it for last. Mobility increased by 3. Actually plus 4, so please keep in mind, turn 1 you're already jumping to mobility 9, plus the bikes, you could easily go to mobility 10. Very easily. All you need is 1 tile of defensive terrain, and you get the 10 mobility necessary for the other ability, for the snipe. When moving 4 or more blocks before entering battle, you will attack the enemy first. So even if you have no other way to solve your problems and you have to attack into a tank, at the very least you can go all in by dealing whatever amount of damage you can deal first. But of course, what's mostly intended out of this is that you can fight any other very strong melee unit in melee and destroy their face because you're attacking first. After all, remember, you will be gaining 1.2 plus 15% plus 15% again, and that's just a destruction person. And then you get to move back. So amazing. So what is the deal with him? You can buff your friends if you really need an attack buff and you have it nowhere else, and that's just an extra that he can do. And if not, you can carry a snipe. All you have to do is charge a few turns until you can rev up more than 10 blocks of movement. And because of your insane threat range, the opponent won't be able to just come in and destroy you in 1 hit without staying in range of counterattack whenever you are able to determine the attack scenario. So because of all of these things, I think Werner will be an amazing addition to my roster over time, because I still have to build him. But hey, we got him, we're very happy. Now, what do you say? Shall we explore Hilda? I think exploring Hilda makes sense. Okay, Hilda is the new ridiculous character. Why is she ridiculous? First of all, she belongs in all of the factions which are currently getting the most crazy units and the most buffs and the most everything. Additionally, she is actually a Tensei buffer. So she could work together with Ares, and finally Ares will have a faction buff of his own. That's already ridiculous. Then, on her own, when taking fatal damage, instead of dying, restore 50% of your health. That's way more than basically anyone else with any revive restores, but whatever. This effect can only trigger 1 time. When you have 2 or more buffs, basically almost ever, all damage taken is reduced by 15%, and 15% of attack is added to defense and magic defense. Absolutely ridiculous. Wherever you look at this, she is capable of tanking a lot of things. When one friendly unit within 3 blocks is forced into battle, the attacker is unable to trigger critical hits. Unable to trigger critical hits. So this effect has a 1 round trigger cooldown. If you plan to go Assassin Serida style, this makes your life so much worse. But it is only when forced into battle. So what matters here is actually basically the sneaky attackers, right? Or herself, I guess. Wait, when one friendly unit, yes, so it is for herself as well. The first crit she takes is just cancelled no matter how much crit you had. That is quite ridiculous. At 6 stars, then you have only 1 turn cooldown on this. Okay, what soldiers can she use? Well, actually quite the selection. But in general, crystal molders are pretty good. Phalanx soldiers exist, not the greatest, and if you want to go horse tank, because that's actually a possibility, royal calves are always there for you. I guess stone colossus could also count as tanks. Phalanx when you want to go absolutely default. Then, abilities. Let's do like always. Starts with having ram, because technically she has a horse form, so they gave her ram. That's a 2-pointer. Then broken spear. Yes, correct. Broken spear and broken arrow, they are the special things that she gets as 1-pointers. She gets 2 instead of 1 like everyone. The first one, broken spear. When entering battle through a melee attack, so when you are being attacked in melee, or when you attack in melee, Attack increases by 15%, so counter could get a little bit better. Before battle, disables enemy weapon skills. That's already quite crazy. That means Ragnarok, for example, has no effect on her if you have this on. When the target is not a player hero, effects change to a 25% attack and int reduction effect lasts 1 turn. So if you don't know if you want to have this person as a boss tank killer thing, she helps. But you'll probably be using skills most of the time, so it's not that easy. That's pretty good. All of this happens before combat, so that's pretty good. Then, Broken Arrow. This is a little bit more OP. When forced into battle through a ranged physical attack, that's the tricky part, attack increases, damage taken is reduced, and can counterattack ranged physical attacks if the attacker is within 3 blocks. So, in PvE, this is amazing. All the catapults, annoying things, you get to counter them. In PvP, this is odd. How many bowmen are there really nowadays? But it's useful in any situation.
Does have effect. Attaker's skill trigger before defensor.
Oh, crystals. That's amazing. I didn't know that one. That's very cool info. So in that case, this skill loses a little bit of value. But how many times do you get attacked like that? Still, it's very good to know. I guess
Goel has no effect, for example.
Goel has no effect. That sounds still very useful. So when you're tanking a Julia, people are sad. So there are some situations still. We're soft. There are some situations still where a ranged physical attack happens that are not from bows, which is skills from people like Sonya or like Lanford that just have extra skill slots. And if you are not fighting a super upgraded, super triggered Yusuke...
MR_Pinks_Noodle_shop is now following.
Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Pink's Noodle Shop. Welcome to the channel. And I just love the bot trying to read things out. It's just, every time it's funny. If you're not fighting a fully upgraded Yusuke, then he may have to attack from 3 blocks. He gets counterattack, and that's already quite useful. So, 1 pointer's gone. Let's go with the 2 pointers. Stun. Very straightforward, very useful. Lance Phalanx, if you don't want to drop your guard from 3C for the 1 turn where it could be going down, this could be one of your options. Broken Blade. Attacks a single enemy dealing 1.5, so this is comparable to like a single target magician spell. After battle, enemy damage dealt is reduced by 20%. Kinda weird. It's not the best way to do something with a tank, I reckon for sure. Heavy Shield. If you think you are gonna get tank busted with melee tech, then you have a 25% chance to make them very, very sad. Dominating Formation. Passive takes all attacks for friendly targets. This is the classical 2-pointer before the 3-pointer. Attacks all enemies in 5 straight lines, so ridiculous block. But the range is 2 blocks, so actually you just make a wall in front of you. Dealing a little bit, increasing your guard range by 2, and reducing your chance at all to be critically hit by 20%. So this kinda compounds together with the talent, but they cancel each other out. Kinda weird. Last 2 turns. Also affects all blocks with the special Sinkhole effect for 2 rounds. When enemy units move to this terrain, they cannot get Act Again or Move Again. Act Again is the tricky one. Move Again, people will expect this, but Act Again, it may get a tricky situation and catch people unaware. I think this tank skill is better than Lance Phalanx. It has way more usefulness, and it can even delete ground effects from other people, so that's great. And then faction buff, Light of Rebirth. Fusion power, active skill. Significantly increases the offensive and defensive stats of all friendly Langrisser reincarnation units in range, and increases their single target skill damage by 12%. Ares is very happy about this. And counterattack damage by 12%. Nobody cares about that part. Last 4 turns, this is just a faction buff. But having a faction buff on a tank that buffs himself, of course, is always a great thing. This gives you turn 1 buff, turn 2 tank, turn 1 3, fight 4, then buff again, then faction tank again. Usually your tank is the most important centerpiece, so as long as you keep your Hilda alive, you'll be able to buff your units once again. This is also why basically Landius is such a great unit, because he can tank, he can buff. Juggler would be a better unit, but most Origin units are not ideal for PvP, so he cannot really buff everything. But it also puts back Liedin into a commanding place. Even Freya has shown up in a lot of matches, especially with SP, because she can also buff herself and buff others. That's what actually makes Albedo not mega top tier, because Albedo's defensive capabilities are very, very, very unique, but she's not capable of buffing himself or others. That's why she's sometimes. Whew, let's go for the 3C. Shall we do this together? Let's go. Crimson Command. Takes all attacks for agency and is immune to effects that reduce mobility. This is one of the power creeps that we consider ridiculously OP. She does not need an Overlord's badge. So you are already free to put a Bracer or anything else that you desire. All friendly units within 2 blocks cannot be displaced. Another OP thing. This is the main reason why Angelina is rarely used anymore. Because if you see a Hilda and you want to use Angelina, you have to ban her, and then other things get picked and it gets weird. They take 35% less fixed damage. This will make me really sad, but I have plans to replace Joshua eventually as well. So you know what, it's bad, but it's not the worst. Select one type of skill to cast. This is the other crazy part. You can become Noble Spear or Mounted Charge. In Noble Spear, guard span increases to 2, command range to 3, and hero class type becomes Lancers. Before being forced into battle, the enemy damage taken is increased by 15% for every block that they moved. Not sure you're gonna be able to kill people with this, but it does make a difference on how much damage people take when trying to attack into you. And Mounted Charge, this is what's crazy. Guard span increases by 2, command range increases by 3. Hero becomes Cavalry, so you can counter, for example, if Elwyn is attacking first, you can become a Lancer, and once Elwyn has been dealt with, you can become a Cavalry, and Sakura cannot kill you, or whatever example you want to take. Battle damage dealt to infantry increases by an additional 20%, so if anyone really is infantry and trying to attack into you, it's gonna be very, very sad. So using any of the skills, the cooldown becomes 3. So that's 3 turns. 3 turns cooldown, that means this 1 turn where it's down, but we know this from basically every tank except Altemüller. Yes. Alright. So that was basically it. Both heroes are factions, sharing factions, Strategist and Empire and Tensei. I think Werner is not Strategist, right? Yeah, that's correct. So they don't share all the things, but of course they could work together as well, and I'm happy I got both. It costed me a little bit more than what I wanted, but I will see if I will be building up Hilda. I am for sure 100% building up Werner. I'm being very happy about it. So I cannot wait to see you on the battlefield on the weekend. I hope you had a good time. See you next time. Bye bye.